Hi, everybody. I'm Liz Larson with the Cognomovement Systems. So I have a question for you. Would you be happier if you could? Would you choose to be happier if there was a really easy way to do it and that you could do it daily? So did you know that you can actually train your body to be happier in just 5 minutes a day, five little simple things that you can do that take about 5 minutes that literally will change the way your nervous system is programmed and reprogram it for happiness. So I know that some people really are opposed to being happy all the time. I know it sounds really strange, but it's funny. We're often way more attached to the problems in our life than the joyful things in our life. But it doesn't need to be that way. It's simply a nervous system setup. Our nervous systems are way more set up to handle problems to keep us safe than dealing with things that make us happy. It just doesn't have to worry about that stuff. So we're naturally more prone to this worry state than we are the joyful state, but it can be shifted very, very quickly. See, it's simple. There is a place in our body that reacts when things are good, when something makes us happy. Now, what kind of things do those have to be? This is where people kind of get tripped up. There are things in your daily life every day that make you just a little bit happy. And it might be something like your morning latte. So if you go into a coffee shop to buy one, often it's a place that you're familiar with. The people who are there are familiar, maybe even the customers as well. The smells are familiar. Your system knows that when you walk in that door, you're going to get something that you really like. So there's a part of your body that reacts to that, that anticipates and knows something pleasurable is coming. But it can also be something bigger than that as well. Like the time in your life when maybe you met your best friend as a child. That's a big one for me. Maybe there was a teacher that really supported you, that boosted you forward. Maybe it was the first time you picked up your musical instrument, guitar or piano. Maybe it was the first time you heard a particular song or saw ballet or a play for the first time, something that really inspired you and lit you up. There's a place in your body that remembers that and can react to it exactly like it remembers a trauma or something that bothered you. We just aren't tuned into it, to focusing on it. So here's what you can do daily if you actually want to feel happier in any moment and throughout that day. So you want to do a little prep work so you have this ready to refer back to. And it's this: list out 5 things of the best things that ever happened in your life. Shockingly, a lot of people feel that they can't do this, but it's as easy as a family gathering where there's the food that you like. Maybe it's even one food. Like for me, it's pistachio ice cream in Italy. The taste of that, the smell of it really lights me up. It was a great memory. So what is it for you? Maybe it's when you got a part in a play or got a job or got a really good grade on a test that you really studied for. Maybe it was a time when you got an outfit or looked amazing and you knew it. So what you have to do is sort back through your feeling in your body, not necessarily your logical mind, but your feeling of just 5 things that make your body react in a way that feels like joy, in a memory that feels like joy. Now, let me give you a few other samples of this. Is there a beautiful, beautiful place on the planet that when you saw it, you were awestruck? It felt so amazing. Not just that it looked amazing, but it felt incredible to you. Sometimes a mountain peak like Mount Shasta will do that for some people. Sometimes it's a view off of a bridge into reflecting water. Maybe for you, there's a particular flower or plant that brings this feeling. Now, here's what you do. You're going to list 5 of these. And the first day, it might take a little more than 5 minutes. But you're going to list some things that really give you a sensation in the body that feels like joy. Now, you're going to record where you feel it. Now, for a lot of us, we'll find that it's in the same place or in the same vicinity. Now, I keep gesturing here because mine is right here. Now, what should it feel like? Well, it's different for every person, but for some people, it might feel like warmth. For some people, it might feel cold. For some people, it might feel tingly, or it might even feel like a little weight, but it's a good weight. For some people, it might feel like your body's lighting up or expanding, but it's a very specific sensation for you. And as you do this little exercise of writing just 5 of the most amazing things that have ever happened to you, or 5 of the things that just really light you up, you will start to notice. Give your attention to your body. Remember, you guys, that this really isn't a thinking game. It's a feeling game. And what it does is it puts you in the vibration, the sensation, and the signal of joy. And you're actually training your body to recognize that signal, that sensation. Now, here's the 5-minute part, or less, really. Every day, you can refer back to that quick list, but more importantly, that sensation, and put yourself back in that state. Now, it's actually an electromagnetic, chemical, and hormonal state that you're putting yourself in. It's a real state. It's not fake joy. It's the real feeling that occurs. And you get all those chemicals and hormones and electricity moving and create that state for yourself. Now, here's another thing that you can do with this. If you're starting to kind of feel funky, you can turn that signal back on in your body once you've trained it in. The more often you do it, the better you get at it. And you can turn that funk back into joy. Imagine if more of your day was focused specifically on that feeling of joy and on that signal of emitting. Think about what it would do to the people around you. Because remember, 6 to 8 feet around you, people can feel your field. Now, if they have 6 to 8 feet and you have 6 to 8 feet, that's up to 16 feet. And for some of us, when we practice this, it's much, much bigger. With this feeling in your body, you can change the energy of a room or more. Imagine what it'll do to your home. If you are more often in the house or walking through the door, literally emitting the signal of joy, imagine what that could do. Now, if a lot of us start doing this, imagine what it could do for the planet. If a lot of us are emitting the signal of joy from our physical bodies, just by training it in a little bit every day, imagine what we could change. So we train our bodies for weights, for stretching, flexibility. We train our mind for memory. We train ourselves into a lot of things, but have you ever considered training your nervous system into a more regular state of joy? If not, why not? Maybe because you never considered it before. So consider it today. Again, just a quick recap. 5 things that have happened to you, the best things that have happened in your life, are 5 things that feel great to you. Notice where you feel them. And then go back to that feeling as often as you can. Now, if you can list more than 5, you are a rare breed. But do it over time as you feel this, you're going to collect more and more. You're going to think more and more. Consider starting a joy book of all the things that are happening to you that are joyful, including little things, petting your dog, getting the latte, creating a meal that tastes great, a really juicy conversation. They all count. Okay, you guys, please try this out. And reach out to us at info@cognomovement.com and let us know what your experience is with training joy into your body. If you want to know more about our work that actually focuses on not only training in joy, but deleting trauma out of the body, deleting negative experiences so that your brain and body just don't care about them anymore and they're not active. It's really possible. If you want to know more about this, come to cognomovement.com. You can download the book Suffering is Optional. That becomes totally possible when you learn how to train joy into your body and delete trauma. So cognomovement.com again. I'm Liz Larson. I'll see you really soon.